Dee Snider defends Great White in the Rhode Island concert fire tragedy. This is the Rock and Roll Weatherman. My name is Sean Morrison. We're going back to 2003, the Station Nightclub in Rhode Island, where Jack Russell's Great White, which the band was called at the time, which I believe just had Mark Kendall in the band, was performing live at the Station Nightclub when tragedy happened, where about 100 people were killed, more injured when pyro was lit and caused fire. A lot of you have heard about this over the years. It's been in the media. If you haven't heard it yet, but 99% of you have. And Mr. Morrison can talk about it till you guys don't want to talk about it anymore. But Dee Snider was doing an interview, which is in blabbermouth.net, when he's stating that Great White isn't responsible for the fire. Understand what he's saying to a point, that they didn't go out there intentionally to kill anybody. Honestly, I understand that part of the point, but the thing is pyro should never be allowed to go off in a nightclub. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care if it's licensed, not licensed, etc. We can argue this point forever. If you're not subscribed to the Sean Morrison YouTube channel, please do so. Everyone else out there subscribed, thank you very much for the continued love, honor, and support. It's greatly appreciated. Don't forget to donate to the Sean Morrison YouTube channel if you like it. Sean Morrison Enterprises via PayPal. You can find that information on the pinned commentary, as well as the about section of the YouTube channel of Sean Morrison, as well as the video description of this video. And Sean Morrison Enterprises is on PayPal. So now getting back to what Dee Snider had to say, saying that Great White should not be held responsible for the tragic fire at the Station Nightclub in Rhode Island. Honestly, some feel the wrong guy was in jail, which was the road manager. In a way, yeah, he was the scapegoat. He did light the pyro, but then the club owners had this illegal foam type of ceiling in the venue. Apparently, there's enough of information on YouTube. You can look up on lots of YouTube channels with the media that discuss this entire incident. But ridiculously, for no one in Great White to take responsibility, honestly, is wrong. More people should have been charged. I believe the club owners were. Jack Russell, I know he has Jack Russell's Great White now, and he's performing as that, as well as the other Great White is still around. In respect to some of the members that are in that band that weren't in the band during this time, it's crazy. There's other people should be held responsible. Some people feel Jack Russell should have been in jail, and the other members of Great White should have been in jail, knowing that this happened. One of the band members also perished, Ty Longley, who was a guitar player at the time. I do not remember. I believe he was from Jack Russell's solo band originally. But besides the point, I don't care what kind of a concert it is. Pyro does not belong in a nightclub or a bar. Saw a message on Facebook at a Wasp concert, pyro went off on a sign and nothing happened. And ironically, I was at a show. I believe it was at a show in 2000 at Wasp, where apparently the fire alarms went off while he was performing because of the pyro. That's besides the point. And also, a couple weeks before this tragedy, Great White was performing at the Stone Pony in Asbury Park, New Jersey, and apparently they were using pyro, and the road manager didn't want pyro at all, and they did it behind his back. It's unfucking believable. Great White does bear responsibility in this tragedy as well. I do agree with Dee Snider on the one point that they didn't deliberately go out to kill anybody, but still, they should be held fairly as responsible as their former tour manager did. Not sure how much in damages they actually literally paid or not. It's unreal. If anyone to defend pyro in a nightclub, you have to be out of your mind. Please explain why you would defend pyro being allowed to be used in a nightclub. Shame, shame, shame.